Alrighty then, this is part 3 of my continuation of review of my friend Emmanuel O.V. Christ, first video on a topic we were discussing, and basically he has some questions for JWs, and I am trying to answer them to the best of my abilities. Like you've seen in the bottom of my previous videos, yes, I am a JW by association. I'm not a fully fledged JW because I haven't gone through all the steps, but I am educated as a JW, and that's why for all intents and purposes, don't consider me a full JW because, first of all, most, if not all, JWs wouldn't be doing this, entertaining information like this. But him and I go way back when it comes to information like this. So the reason of me making this video is because he made it live, and I feel I have a personal responsibility to this, because I kind of I don't want to say put him in this position, but I think I asked him the question is, why don't you want to try the JW religion to try, because he's tried everything but JWs, and then he's like, okay, and then he released his video, and I thought he was gonna make it private for me, but nope. So it's public. So I feel like that is I feel like making a public video was a very I don't want to say slap to the face, but a very I don't know what's the proper wording for this, but it felt very personal to me. Like I said, I felt like I had to make a response, uh, and it had to be an immediate response because he released the video immediately. I was told I was gonna get a PowerPoint presentation, and then it turned into a video, and I'm like, fine. And then the video became public, and now everyone can see it. So that's why I had to release this information, because I feel a personal responsibility to this. So that's why I had to make a quick response, but not only a quick response, but a live response to dictate or to show my knowledge in real time and how knowledgeable I really am about the Bible. And I hope I've addressed every point that he's made. Now, I've gone these last couple of days, I've gone and rewatched my videos on the subject, and I've give me 1 second. Okay. So yeah, I've gone. I've these last couple of days I've reviewed my videos to see where I did things I shouldn't have, or missed some things. Maybe I added a part in the comment section to address something. I'm not entirely sure. But so far I feel like I've gotten my most of my points across. But I want to try reviewing his video again from the point where he starts saying his first point, to see if I got everything and I addressed everything. Anyways, I just wanted to get that little rant out in the beginning. So now I am gonna address his personal text message to me, and I told him I would address this text message in my next video. Um, because why not? I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like he's not taking me seriously whatsoever, which is disrespectful to my time, and it's fine, whatever. Basically what I'm doing is I'm washing my hands of any guilt or of any how do I say this? Of any responsibility, because like I said, I feel like I am partially responsible for him releasing this video in question. So because of that, I had to make my video and my response. Anyways, so to answer his first question, let's see what it says. I have been oh, let me read it like he reads it. You have been emotionally invested in this discussion from the beginning. On this discussion from the beginning, which is impending. You from even attempting or develop an objective observation of what anyone tells you. So first of all, like I said, this is his unbiased, unobjective Christian perspective with a Catholicism sprinkled on top. So I don't even consider him objective, because he pulls out the card of, oh, there's more books in the Bible that talk about other angels. That's another Bible now that we're talking about. And I don't know if the King James version, if the American Standard Version includes these other Bible books. Hang on. Leviticus, Joshua, Kings, Ezra. Okay, I recognize all of these. Lamentations, Hosea, Obadiah? I'm not sure. Amos, Joel, Job. Joel, Amos, Obadiah. Yeah, Obadiah is it's not one I frequent. Jonah, Micah. Yeah, Micah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Micah. Nunam, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Malachi. Okay, that's it. All right, so I think the new books that he's talking about are part of the New Testament, so they should be here. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians. I recognize all these. Yes. Yep. Okay, so the JW Bible has all these. Now the King James version of the Bible is something he reads a lot. So let's see if it should be in the New Testament. The King James version. Let's see if it contains all these other apocryphal. I don't even know how to spell it. I can't say the word. Let's see if the King James version contains some of these texts. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians. Yeah, the JW Bible holds all these texts. Philemon, I'm pretty sure. Uh, Philippians, Philemon, yep. Mm. Peter, James, John, Jude, Revelations. Nope. So he has a specific Bible. I don't know. It's from his youth. It's not the King James Version Bible apparently, but it's a Catholic Bible that contains more verses, or sorry, more books than other Bibles. And basically, these other Bibles were written by the people who came after the 12 disciples of Jesus. You know, the people who had powers and abilities that similar to that Jesus had. Yeah, those guys. And then these guys came along who had for all intents and purposes no more powers and abilities. From my understanding, the first congregation of Paul's congregations, I might have worded that wrong, but the first Christian congregation, they were able to speak in tongues. They were given Holy Spirit, a ball of light or a ball of fire flowed into them, something like that. And then they were given the ability to speak in tongues. So that was kind of a power that they were given, ability to speak in tongues. And the purpose for that was to talk and spread the truth about the Bible, about Christianity, because back then Judaism was the majority religion amongst other religions. So they were basically spreading a new religion at that time, and Jehovah gave them the ability to speak in tongues, and I'm pretty sure because of that it blew up. So objective observation of what anyone tells you. Okay, so I'm not being objective. Let's see what objective means. Objective observation is defined by Google AI as the process of recording factual details about what is seen or heard without any personal interpretation or bias. I feel like if you go back, my videos are recorded, so you can see all my last two videos. I have provided nothing but factual details, meaning Bible verses, to back up my claims. And sometimes I talk about stuff regards to my memory regarding the Bible. But he's saying I'm not being objective, meaning I'm not providing facts about what is seen or heard without any personal interpretation or bias. So, okay, so there's two parts to objective interpretation. And the first part is facts and details. The second part is withholding personal interpretation or bias. So, for one, I am providing facts and details. That is part of objective observation complete. Check mark, I mean. And then there's the second part, which is personal interpretation or biases. So I'm not going to deny. I have a personal, emotional investment in this conversation. And for him to come around and say I shouldn't, that's kind of stupid. Because first of all, I already gave myself up. I already said my true religion, and I didn't want to do that. And I was forced to because of him. So he kind of made it personal. So for him to say, "Oh, you're being emotional and too emotionally invested," come on, dude. it is personal. This right here, it's a, I don't want to say a personal attack, but it's a personal question. And like I said, I have a personal investment into this conversation, because I find it's my the creation of this video, it's my responsibility, it's my fault. So I have a personal emotional investment, but I am trying to provide all the facts, all the facts and details. So that's personal. Interpretation or bias. Bias and interpretation are very they're very weird. I don't like these words, because anyone can say them. Like, we've always had him and I have always had conversations from when he was a different type of Christian, different type of an atheist, a different religion or so forth, or even when he was into Wicca, or which is witchcraft, or reading the Satan Bible or whatever. He's always said, I am being biased. I am I always have an emotional investment, or being biased. What anybody tells you. So I'm gonna take this last part out, because this is between you and me. No one else. Emmanuel. This is between you and me. Anyways, so like I said, it's kind of stupid for him to say I have a emotional investment, because it is an emotional investment, because it's my responsibility to respond to this video because of its creation, because all I was trying to do is get him to try out the JW religion. And he's like, no, because of so and so and so, and here it is. And I'm like, okay, I'll make my response to your PowerPoint presentation. And then it became a video, and then it became a public video, and now everyone can see it. And now I have to release this. So he was upset because I didn't take my time with the research like he did. So for him, it was a very long, tedious reply. I think for this video and his PowerPoint presentation all to be able to come into fruition, it took him, I don't know, I forgot, probably 6 months, less. So I guess it is a kind of a slap to the face for him with regards to me releasing my video immediately after. But like I said, he made his public, and I feel personally I have not. Yes, there's an emotional investment to this, which is pushing me to make a quick response. And he's saying it impedes my attempts to develop an objective observation. So he's saying I'm not being objective, when you know my stance. My stance is JW teachings. His stance is, according to him, it's objective. Yet it's unbiased, unobjective Christian perspective. And this is my personal opinion about him, with Catholicism sprinkled, because of things he talks about. And I just showed you 2 other non-JW Bibles don't have these these other non-JW Bibles don't have these types of texts. So yeah, that's addressing your first point. Alright, so your second point. The fact, that's really unnecessary, that I repeatedly advise you to take your time with your research. Well, here's a difference. Here's the difference between you and me, dude. I've been studying the Bible for years. Granted, there has been instances where I don't study it here and there for a while. I don't keep up with my reading. But when it comes to you and me, you have to know. I know more than you. Like, I know when it comes to the Bible. I know more text than you. If there's something you're talking about and you're trying to recall, I'm like, oh, okay, that I know what you mean. I can probably find it, and I find it faster than you thanks to technology nowadays. I can Google up a specific verse that I'm trying to find, and I can find it fast, relatively speaking. So that's the difference between you and me. I don't need to take time like you did. I don't have a kid, weighing me down. I don't have a wife forcing me to like pay attention to her. So I have more free time than you do. So it's like he's also upset because of that, because I released the video quickly, but he doesn't take into account that I have less responsibilities than he does. So it was easier for me to release a quick response video. And I was preparing myself for what was coming, and he was telling me little by little when it was going to be released. Okay. Anyways, I haven't been looking into a video because I needed a break, and this text message that he sent me was kind of demoralizing because it kind of proved my point where, like I said, him and I have been having discussions for years now. Sometimes I notice when he just blows me off, when I give him some information and he just doesn't respond to it. And it's kind of demoralizing because, you put the information out there and you don't know if he looked at it or not. And it's never mentioned again. Maybe it comes up in the future. And then that's that's why I get pissed off sometimes with you, because there's some instances in the past where we've discussed certain things and I have a pretty good memory for remembering things. So whenever you repeat something, whenever you ask the same question twice, I'm like, dude, I already gave you the answer to that and you just blew me off. You kind of brushed it under the rug, and that's basically throwing your pearls to swine. Something that Bible said. The Bible said. Basically giving your information out to people who don't care. Okay. So I didn't have to do this. You do. Because of your time constraints. I don't. There's a big difference between you and me. Warnings, advice, you did so exactly as I said you would, yada yada. You knew I was going to do this. I told you I was going to do it. I mean, like, I was probably going to take more time had you not made this public this video public so that others can see. I would have probably taken my time and made a shorter, more straight to the point video had you not made it public. But you made this personal. You made it a public video and you made it a personal video. And to me, it was an emotional investment. And you're saying it impedes my attempt to develop a objective observation. It's not an objective observation. It's more so of a, how do I say this? Because objective observation means factual details and uninterpreted bias. So it's not an objective observation because there is going to be an interpretation, a personal interpretation or bias, because I am a Jehovah Witness, because I'm a JW. So you want me to not be a JW? Okay. So you want me to make a non-JW response, an objective observation, without personal interpretation or biases, when that's kind of impossible because I identify as a JW and I get my information from JW sources. So for you to come out and say that, I don't know, dude, it's kind of baffling. But I'm trying my hardest to provide factual details, and by that I mean, all right, let's go to John, let's go to Mark, let's go to Luke, chapter, yada yada yada. And by that, I'm giving you the facts. So I'm giving you. That's why I hate that word, objective observation. You always love to use it like it makes you a superior scientist, or I don't know, dude. Like, this is how I feel it, because I cannot be objective because I have no, it's not my personal opinion because it doesn't come from me. That's the problem. You want me to be personal with the Bible. I cannot give you my personal interpretation because it's not even my personal interpretation. I'm giving you the answers how Jehovah Witnesses see it, how a group sees it, how you, being a loner, where was it? Sorry, I don't even know where to find it. How you being a loner, what I mean by loner is a Christian without a flock, a Christian without a religion. You're giving your personal interpretations when I showed you what is going on here. I'm trying to find I think it's Hebrews verse, with the Hebrews Bible verse. And I don't think I wrote it down for some reason. Alright, that is something else, which that's not it. That's today. This is my thoughts and sayings. This is me talking about the video. This is him talking about the video. I can't find it. I'm gonna have to look for the verse. Okay. It goes like so. think it's Hebrews. Hebrews 10:25. Yep. There it is. I knew it was Hebrews. Like I said, I cannot remember most things, like where to find them, but I know the wording, the specific wording. So, oh my god, it's getting hot in here. Hebrews 10:25. I consider this text extremely important to and it belongs with a certain text to identify the true religion, the true worshipers. So according to Paul, according to Hebrews 10:25, according to the Bible, according to the New Testament, you are not supposed to forsake your meetings together, as some others have the custom to, but to encourage one another. That's how my personal interpretation of it goes. But here's the reading: not forsaking our meetings, meeting together, as some have a custom, but encouraging one another. So you want me to have You want me to be objective, and to be objective requires me to not have a personal interpretation or bias. I feel like you have your own personal interpretation or bias because, like we discussed, I don't know if you're trying to start your own Catholic belief or something, but you have your own personal interpretation of the Bible. I don't have my own personal interpretation of the Bible. Everything I am giving you, it's teachings from the Jehovah's Witness community. It's not my own teachings, dude. So I am not giving you personal interpretations or my own bias. Bias, hang on, let me see what this word really means. Okay, a bias is a tendency, or I guess that word isn't necessary. It's an inclination to favor one perspective, idea. Over another. Okay, so he wants me to not be biased as well. Well, that's kind of hard when I already took a stance. It's kind of hard not being biased when you're already taken a stance, and your stance being and my stance being a Jehovah's Witness, his stance being unbiased, unobjective Christian perspective. So he wants me to respond to his video like he's like him, and I can't. Okay, like I was saying, he is stupid for wanting me to respond like he's responding, because I can't be biased. Sorry, I can't not be biased because I already have my perspective, my idea, and he wants me to be objective, which I am providing factual details using the Bible and Bible text. I am not giving personal interpretation or bias. It's not my own teaching, dude. I'm giving you teachings that others believe in, not just me, others. A group of people that all believe the same thing. Not like you, dude. You're an unbiased, unobjective Christian with Catholicism sprinkled, because you're talking about these other texts, these other archangels that no one else knows about. And only your so-called unobjective, unbiased interpretation of Catholicism believes. So even you're not being unobjective and unbiased, because you're bringing out Catholic books that no one, others, I don't know who else believes in these other Catholic apo texts. I'm just gonna call them APOC texts. These other APOC texts, they're Catholic from my understanding. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Anyways, I don't see it in the American Standard Version or the King James Version. But yeah, that's I feel like I'm gonna have to make another video. This one will just address the beginning parts and your text message. I can't go into the video. I'll just this is a personal response to you and to anyone watching your video. Yeah, so you want me to make a non-JW response, but I identify as a JW. So it's kind of stupid, because you're asked, first of all, who is this to? Who is your video to? So you want me to give you my personal opinion, or because you want me to be objective, or sorry, I'm not even giving you my personal, oh my god, I'm not giving you personal opinions. This is what JWs believe. You think I'm being biased, which I am, because like I said, I belong to a group, an organization that believes a certain thing. So yes, I'm being biased because I belong to a group of an organization that believes the same thing. I'm not giving you my personal interpretation because we all believe the same thing. It's not coming out of my own words. And I am providing you facts and details using the Bible verses. So this is why I don't like this word. It's just got so many parts to it that you can deconstruct and talk about. Anyways, the fact that I repeatedly advise you to take your time with the research before you made a response, and despite all my warning and advise you did exactly as you, meaning you could not wait to start making a response the second the research was fully online. Like I said, you made it public. You made it personal. You made it so others can see. You forced me into doing this. And I didn't say anything about it. If you want to know personally, I felt, I was upset that you made this video public because you forced me to say what my religion was and I didn't want to. You forced me to make my videos, and now you're pissed off at me because, or I guess not pissed off, but because you're unemotional, you're unobjective, you're perfect. You're, I guess I don't even know what to say, dude. You and I have had this similar issue for, I don't know if you noticed, I did, we've always fought. We have always clashed heads when it came to science, when it came to the Bible, when it came to other religions, when it came to atheism, when it came to politics, when it came to not being political. Yeah, you and I have always had this problem, and I'm okay with it. I kind of like this little banter between you and I. But for you to come back around and saying I'm being emotional, to me it kind of feels like you're saying I'm being stupid because I'm being emotional, because it tells me you don't take my words seriously. And I don't even know if you're going to watch this video. I don't know if I'm wasting my time. But to anyone that watches his video and thinks, oh, he has a good response or whatever, yes, yada yada, JWs, whatever, you better watch my video. The fact that you did as I predicted is likely going to backfire on you, because you're trying to respond to information as you look at it. Yeah, I think that's what it means. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, dude. But I'm not even doing that. Just so you know, you're kind of wrong, because there's two forms of uploading, and I don't know if you noticed that, but all right, here, let me show you. So there's something called, oh, it's too close. So there's something called record, which I'm doing, which I have done. And then there's something called streaming, which is in real time. When I stream, it's out there. I can't take my words back. And it's out there in the internet, unless I delete the video. But I'm not streaming, dude. So you're kind of slightly wrong about that. Because, I'm assuming by this you mean response with no. So you wanted me to watch your entire video once or twice and then make a response. I was never going to do that, dude. Look, I have little over 3 hours of content, maybe 4, with your video, and I'm barely less than 25 minutes in. I'm talking way too much about this. So for you to say I'm not taking this seriously, it's an insult. You're insulting me because I am talking about every little thing you say, every word you say. I will talk about it, and I don't know what's going on with you, like, dude. You don't take me seriously. You never have taken me seriously. And that to me is insulting, because I always took you seriously. Dude, I respect you, man. Like, when you were in your atheist phase, I respected you. When you were an anti-Christian, I respected you, because you see the hypocrisy of other religions. Even if you go back to my video of when you were switching away from the Muslim religion, I respected you then there, I know you should remember that because I was closer. Because I said something along the lines of, "Oh my God, dude, that's why I like you, because you keep looking through the evidence. You know, you keep looking and searching for the truth. That's why I respect you, dude." And yeah, I guess you don't see me the same way. That's fine, whatever. No homo, by the way. But I have always given you the most respect I can give you when it comes to listening to your words and trying to give you my response. And my response is not going to be personal because it's based on the JW beliefs. It's not my own personal opinions. But yeah, it's kind of messed up, dude. That it happens a lot where you ask a question or we're having a conversation and I give you information and I feel like you never even look at it. You just I don't know what you do with the information I give you sometimes. You just choose to ignore it, and it's like it's saying, like that's Bible verse saying that Jesus said, "Don't throw your pearls to swines." Something I feel like I've been doing all these years. And with this video, I actually don't mind making this video because if other people see it, then that's fine. If you don't see it, well, at least I feel like I washed my hands of the making of this video. Alright. This does not give you any room for analysis. Okay. And critical thinking, which is necessary to spot discrepancies in your own thought process. Please feel free to watch my videos. If you spot there's no room for analysis, no critical thinking, or no discrepancies in my words, in my opinions, in my videos, or in my thought process, please feel free. I want to see your response to my videos, dude. Please feel free. Like, take your time. You took your time. You know, I waited for you. That's fine. But I feel like every time I put out information, you just blow me off, and that's how it's always been, dude. I just throw my pearls to the swines. That's how it feels like. Anyways, before you even consider a response as valid, so you don't even consider my response valid. That's insane. My words are empty to you. Qualitative and free of fallacies. So the parentheses is basically personal stuff. So I took away details, personal information from his text message. Blank school is a good school. I am surprised you do not know how to conduct proper research. Okay. Check. I'm not forming the questions. He is. I'm simply answering his questions. Then gather information from various sources. Yes, check. I am not only using the JW Bible, I've been using the American Standard Version, and the King James Version. But the thing with him is he loves to use other people's work. Like when it comes to a Bible, I'm not gonna read some other person's work. I'm gonna go straight to the Bible. And any how do you call it, articles that the JWs produce. He loves to read other people's research and just other sources and whatnot. But when it comes to when it comes to other people, the good question to ask is, are they considered part of the true religion? I mean, like, sometimes those people are unobjective and unbiased, meaning they don't even belong to a religion, so they don't even meet together. So their word is meaningless when it comes to the truth, because for the truth to be true, you must meet the requirements. So sometimes his sources come from people who aren't even Christian, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. So to conduct research, I'm not going to be going out there and looking at a non-Christian talking about Christian topics. I've heard so many stupid stories like the one about Lilith. I think it was Lilith, which is Adam's first or second wife. I'm not sure. So I've heard stuff, but I don't even take it seriously because I read Genesis. Nowhere doesn't mention Adam having a second wife. These are again APOC texts. Evaluate credibility. Feel free to destroy my credibility. Everything I've said, I know I'm sorry for this. It's my videos are long, but feel free to destroy my credibility. I dare you. I have used the Bible. I am destroying by me going slowly through your video. I have, first of all, I'm not gonna say, oh, you got this text wrong or whatever. That's fine. But for instances like in this slide, I think it's slide number 4, where you talk about the Holy Spirit inspired the Bible, I'm basically destroying your credibility because I'm showing everyone you don't even read the Bible. I read it more, meaning I know what the Bible says. And if I don't, fine, I'll look for it, but I don't even see you trying to look through the Bible in your video. That's fine. I guess you don't want to use a Bible in your video, or you're using one off screen in your maybe use the video. I'll keep watching your video. Hopefully my videos speed up as your video goes on, but I feel like the beginning part of it had a lot of things that I needed to address, and like I said, I took my sweet time in the beginning parts of your video. So yeah, that's something I did not do. I did not organize my findings. Yeah, this I didn't do. So I'm assuming he's upset about this. And I already told you Why I refuse to do that? Because he made this personal. He made this an emotional investment. He made it a public video, and my hand was forced to make a quick response because of him. Because he threw out this I don't want to say the word slandering without knowing what it means. Yeah. So maybe slandering, maybe not. So he slandered the JW community because of me. So this is my fault. So I don't have the time for this. I need to throw out my response now. So I'm sorry I couldn't conduct proper research or organize my findings into a video, because I needed to make an immediate response to this. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end that part of the video here, and then I'm gonna start on the video again. So I'll just upload this quick section, and yeah, I'll continue. I guess this is me replying a little bit to his parts, and to his text message and other stuff in the beginning. But yeah, that's his text message to me with regards to his video. And like I said, I don't know if he looked at my video. I don't know.